Today, what really moves me is to see how clearly illnesses occur and how much damage has been done when we don't do what we should be doing. When we don't follow our purpose, when we don't follow our intuition, of how much energy is being drained out of us, because suddenly the efforts that we need undertake drains us double as fast. As there is this saying that there is no work when you love the job that you're doing. But if you have to do something that is for someone else, it becomes double as hard to do, and rather it's effortlessly done if it's for yourself. And if you do this for too long, in particular if you overstep certain timelines where your purpose is being activated, where your particular unfolding would be important to the universe, and when you then keep going against your direction of flow, then the universe, of course, does everything for you to keep you in sync with the environment. And therefore it slaps you in the face. It brings up all sorts of injuries or illnesses, any kind of symptoms that make it difficult for you to continue the path you're traveling on. And so often it's the path of my will. I think I need to do this, rather than I feel this is what I have to do now, and then do it. But yeah, we are all being raised to become pleasers, to believe what our teachers have told us, to abide by the rules of the Catholic Church. Then it have become the politicians and our bosses at work over us, the big umbrella of our heritage, where we come from, our parents that are a certain way, and we have to be at least similar than that and compatible than that. And so often it's just a complete opposite. To resolve all our attachment and entanglements with family, with all that what we have learned, to unlearn. That is really, really the question. How can we bring our purpose here onto earth if we don't let go of the belief and behavior systems that we have taken on? I mean, this is the game, this is the story, this is the human experience of coming into this life as a certain person, getting traumatized, getting bashed and trashed around, to then unravel through pain, through suffering, through disappointment, through all these emotions, to come out on the other end of joy, happiness, and freedom. Now the Aquarian age is there. And Aquarius stands for the liberation, for freedom, for the rebel, for the future, for technological advancements. But of course, everything that can be taken a certain way can be also taken the negative or the destructive way. So you have to be careful what you wish for and what you do, because it's not about doing, it's about being. It's about birthing through your feminine, man or woman. You'll see the balance always happens when you suddenly cook without recipes. You have an idea what you need to do, and yeah, you need to this and that as an ingredient, but how much, your belly will tell you. And maybe you want to add something that's not on the recipe just because you can and because your intuition tells you to. believe that your body knows that this ingredient is important for whatever you're trying to do. And even if though it's a health issue in your body and it takes some more basil or it takes some more rosemary, trust it and put it in. But it is exactly that gets us into the codependency when we cancel out the femininity within man, within the woman. No matter where, the experience of life that truly happens is a receptive path through the feminine force. Yeah, we have to be present for this. Yeah, we have to slow down. So the masculinity is not about the doing, it's about being present. And the question is, what needs to be done? Because any being involves a doing. This is a great misunderstanding, that we would waste our time. No, we're not wasting anything. But yeah, it takes a long, long time to slow down and to come to a standstill so that we can reconnect to that inner voice, to that Holy Spirit that wants to come through us as our helper to tell us where we need to go, where the flow is, where we are in equilibrium with life. And so often it's just hidden from our ego. We cannot access it because all our heritage of religious and family and societal kvetts are standing in front of us. It's like when I became a sexologist and went into sexuality to liberate myself from the shame and from the limitations of my human experience of what sexuality is, I climbed this mountain just to find out there was a much, much bigger mountain behind, hiding behind. So the sexuality was just a smokescreen to prevent me to get to the real point. And suddenly I stood there and looked at this awesome, massive mountain. And on the big top of it, there was God. It's like, oh, no, I know what happens when I'm and doing a talk and just now, and as soon as I mention God, it's just 10 people are drop off. It's like, no, I'm not listening to that bollocks. But yeah, this is what it's all about. And the Aquarian age, as I said, is liberation, is freedom. Therefore, I have the freedom to choose 100% of the masculinity in me and 100% of the femininity in me. And that's wholeness. That's the Christ consciousness. That's the Christ being that we're birthing here on a collective level, is that we're whole and potent. And therefore, we're getting back to the godly source of omnipresence, omnipotent and omniscient. We know it because we're all connected to the one and only within this dual environment here, which only seeks the sacred union of these both ends coming together. And yeah, if the two become one, if you join the physical with the spiritual realm, or the material with the spiritual, if you join the masculine with the feminine within you, you end up having the gates of heaven on earth open. But for this, there's only one way. It's to become present, to honor your masculinity, not stop the doing, become present and still. Same as sex. There's only one answer to any sexual question. Slow down. Yeah, but no, slow down. No, slow even further down. Yeah, but slow the fuck down. There's only one answer and it works for everything. And that allows us then to tap into the receptive ability that we all have. And for some it takes longer to slow down because they're a massive cargo ship that takes 3 kilometers to slow down and come to a standstill. And other ones are just a car and they can brake pretty much instantaneously and log in and tap in and hear their own voice, to hear the helper the helping voice. So that's what it's all about. If you want to become healthy, do what your purpose is telling you. No matter what the other people say, what other people think is none of your business. If they think, oh, eat, so I have permission to eat double portions, so you need to eat too. No. If that isn't your thing, and you're actually a person who requires much less than that, and the other one needs more, then differentiate and know that you're individual beings. And just because the other one eats double, you don't need to eat double. Because otherwise your body will have a problem. So this is really, watch out for of what you're doing, what your behaviors are. Are you behaving in a way just to be harmonious with the others? Or are you individualized? Are you truly listening to your own voice, to your own body? Are you embodied in that way? And embodied you can only be when you're present, when you're slow enough, and when you feel into. When you're receptive to that, what your body and the greater consciousness that is around us, that surrounds us, is telling us to do. So slow down a little bit. At the moment, Mars is in Pisces. It's like treading water. It takes double as much effort and energy to do the things we have to do. So get sure that you get the nutrition, that you get the time for rest, and that you take out the time for sleeping. Right now, the doing is in being. So daydream, take a rest, sit down somewhere, and just think, tap into. Go to sleep early and sleep and dream. That's the way how you do things right now, how they become efficient, through dreams, through the rest period, through being. And then you'll see 25th of May or so, then you can start through. Then your gas pedal will be fully available. Isn't it amazing? Like at the moment, the gas resources are empty. The car is been done by an accelerator, we call it the gas pedal. And all our gas stock is depleted, is empty, and we think we're running out of it. But it goes on. Don't worry about it. It's just right now, it's a time of where you shouldn't accelerate, where you shouldn't do trips unnecessarily. Sit down, slow down, relax, take a rest, go to bed, sleep, dream, allow yourself to dream, and see how God, what symbols He wants to send you and what pictures He wants to send you. Enjoy in being. It's such a wonderful place, particularly now when the spring is out and the nature blossoms. Just take a moment out and slow down and reconnect and be amazed. It's the time of wonders right now. It has been the last couple of weeks and certainly will be going on. So just tap into, ask for the wonders. Say, please, your will shall come, your kingdom shall come. It's like, let me be a vessel of that. Let me see the world through your eyes, through the robe of glory, through purity, through absolute cleaning, a cleansed filter, a cleansed lens. See through it. See the real thing that's happening here. You won't regret it.